Oh, hey. Just a normal day. Just eating some ice cream. Just having some of my macros. I'll probably have some peanut butter later. No big deal. Ooh. Quick little physique update. It is, what, 6 weeks? We're 6 weeks in. These are coming in. Got the serratus coming in right here. Like the new shirt? Oh, hey guys. Don't mind me. I'm just doing my morning planks these days. Today I just want to talk to you all about a little mistake I made on Friday and how I'm recovering from it. Because we're already almost back on track from that mistake that happened 4 or 5 days ago. So if you've been following me, you know that I have my weekly cheat meals. And Friday I had one of those cheat meals and I'm human, you know? Everybody makes mistakes and sometimes we lose track of how much we've actually eaten. When we go overboard and overestimate or underestimate something, like how much we've actually eaten or how much we can afford to eat. And I did that on Friday. So here's a look at a little bit of my cheat meal. So I had an entire medium Hawaiian pizza to myself, a couple slices of my dad's pizza, and on top of that I had started eating some ice cream from 2 different types of ice cream, and they weren't the low fat that I typically get. I just grabbed the cheapest kind that I could that looked delicious and brought it over to my dad's house. And then I just really didn't stop eating when I got back to my mom's house. So I kind of finished off these 2 tubs of ice cream, which I usually only have 1, on top of the pizza that I had, on top of the leftover brownie from the previous cheat meal, on top of another cookie. And that doesn't even include the other things I had throughout the day. So you could say I kind of overate a little bit. And I saw it in myself, but I didn't want to take a video and show that because I wanted to show that if you just get back on track and forget about that one day and don't let it affect your feelings about how everything is, you can continue to stay on track after that day and you'll recover from it. So like I said, it's been about 4 or 5 days and I'm almost back on track completely. As you saw in the beginning of this video, the weight has already been going back down to the previous best low. So we're almost there. I believe it was 234 before, and we're 235 point something this morning. So I'm already almost back on track. But I will get a scan and a visual update for you in a couple days so I can show you the 2-month progress. So when you do mess up, you can try to keep track of things a little bit better or change your approach to make sure that the mistake doesn't happen again. As you can see here, I've been doing a little bit more methodical planning, which I typically don't like to do if you've noticed, because I kind of like to wing it and see how my body feels. But I started planning out my ab training as well as my split, which I have changed up here. As you can see, I am now starting a push-pull legs rest routine. So that's 6 days of lifting a week. The first 3 days are going to be strength training, and then the second 3 days of training are going to be more hypertrophy style. So that's for the growth of the muscle, more focused on aesthetics. And then 1 rest day to make sure that I'm giving my body some time to recover, as much as they suck. But here's my ab training. I'm doing every day planks and vacuums, as well as these KGT, which I just called Chris Gethin 150 twists, something that I learned from a video trainer online from bodybuilding.com a long time ago. And it's basically you twist 150 rotations with your body left and right after you do your cardio, just kind of keeping that core tight, and it kind of brings in everything a little bit tighter as you start to lose the weight, so that you get that skin to close in around those abs that we want to show. Other than that, I have every other day weighted ab training and Tabata ab training. Tabata is the training that I showed in a previous video, where you have 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off of intense training, and then 8 rounds of that, which comes out to 4 minutes. And I do 3 rounds of each for different exercises for abs. And other than that, I do the planks, vacuums, and twists every single day. I like to do them around my cardio, preferably after, but that is my ab training. And I've also changed up my cardio training a lot. I've been doing a lot more HIIT, just because HIIT burns a lot more calories during as well as after the training. HIIT can be sometimes a little bit more intense and sometimes harder to get motivated to do, because you know it's going to suck sometimes, but it is more effective in burning fat after the workout. During the workout, you're actually burning up more glycogen and getting into that muscle. So that's why I like the list training sometimes, the low intensity steady state. But I like to do HIIT when I start to need to see some changes, because the HIIT is going to be, like I said, more intense and burning more calories in total. So that allows me to recover a little bit faster from a setback. So I'm alternating HIIT, list, HIIT, list, HIIT, HIIT. And the only reason I'm doing HIIT, HIIT at the end is because I want to do 4 rounds of HIIT throughout the week and not just 3. Just trying to bump up the intensity of the training. So as you can see, I'm changing up my training as well as keeping track of it, so I can make sure that I don't have any bad things happen again. But again, your body wasn't built in a day the way it is, so you're not going to lose it in a day either, as they say, or somehow they say it like that. But that's it for recovery training. And I'm going to see how the intermittent fasting has gone, as well as the flexible dieting. After this next scan, I might switch back to the chicken and rice type method, the clean eating, just because I feel better personally from it, and I like to see better results from that as well. You don't have to technically stick to that. You can do more of a flexible dieting, but what I found with flexible dieting is it is harder to adhere to, because you're having those foods that you typically wouldn't have in clean eating all the time, and then you're thinking, for me personally, hey, I can have this, I can fit whatever I want into my macros, and that just allows me to kind of slide in some more things that maybe I overestimated the calories or underestimated the calories, so that I'm eating more than I wanted to, and that's how they kind of add up throughout the day and you don't even know. So it's sometimes a bad thing for me. I prefer just having that strict routine to where I know I'm getting exactly what I'm getting, just so that I can make sure that I'm staying on track and not overeating like that cheat meal. But when I have a cheat meal this Friday, I'm going to go out for ice cream with my dad, and it's going to be more of a controlled cheat meal. One good thing about going out for ice cream is you don't have a whole tub, you just get one little size. So that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed this video, and stay grinding. Just because you make one mistake doesn't mean you can't come back from it. All you got to do is get back on that bike, Biker Steve, ride that bike along, and you'll get to your destination eventually. Just keep going and don't give up.